All right. Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. Very excited to be on here. My morning started. Oh, Suzanne's having phone issues. Okay. Well, we'll just roll with it and we will make sure we have everybody on. And then, Amber, you can give me a thumbs up when we're ready to rock and roll. But I don't know. I wanted to post, hey, Thrivers, how you doing? The ones that went to Palooza, it's almost like that, still on that Thrive high. And, the thing is that it is there's nothing like being in a room full of people that are like-minded. And you know people can say all they want. I love to, and this is probably a warped mindset, but I like to watch the people that talk about that are anti-MLM, anti-direct sales, and different things like that, because I look at it and I learn from it. I am someone that likes to hear all the sides. There's things that I'm believing and I'm passionate about, but I like to hear even some of the, and not to let things resonate and sit inside, but just to be open to things that people are saying, and the naysayers and the skeptics, because it gives me an opportunity to look at it. And so, there's a lot of people that say, these MLMs and these events that they have, they're so cultish and all that. And I'm like, you know what? Go to any type of venue, go to a concert, go to a game. You're going to have energy and fire. And, the people that are on the same team, they're going to be pumped up and excited. And there's just nothing like that energy and fire. You can watch a great game. You can watch, I was watching UFC the other day and I'm like, and we were in a venue, but we weren't at the UFC. And I'm thinking, man, like I can't imagine the energy in that room. And so that's the same thing when you have something like a Palooza, a Thrive After Five, a retreat, any type of gathering where the people that are with you are like-minded. So it's very contagious. I heard somebody in one of the breakout sessions say even a smile is so contagious. And I mean, even if you see somebody with a frowny, you're like, hey, you share a smile, and it's a ripple effect. So I am honored to be on here. Like I said, I started this morning 6 o'clock, I think Eastern, but it was 8 o'clock my time, and on Jackie and Twin and Angela's Zoom this morning, and it was fire lit. I mean, it's just so cool to see everybody just excited. Now, I'm not just talking to the ones that got to Palooza. If you didn't get to Palooza, there's no shame in your game. Everybody's got a lot of different things, a lot of different life, but you are on this recap call. And so if you didn't see, if you haven't tagged your people, you need to tag them, let them know they need to get on this live, or they need to come back and watch the replay. But I got a couple of these little planners, and I already have my planner in place. Oh, Janice, hey, honey. It's the Thrive Planner, and it's by Charles Clark. And I believe Charles is the one that spoke. I did not. I think I had a session or something during that same time, but there's some stickers and a pen, and I'm going to throw in one of my coins in this little Palooza thing. So we're going to do a drawing from these comments, and then the comments in the replays too. So, all right. All right, Amber, do we have everybody on? That's our
Yes,
guest?
everybody's on. And by the way, that Charles Clark planner. So I was in that one where he walked through the guided part of it. Really good. Really good.
Oh, really great. Okay. Well, then if you win a planner, you may have to have a one-on-one with Amber so that she can walk you through that. So, all right, Chanel, are you on?
Yes, ma'am. I am here. I am
Hello.
chaotic, but I'm here.
Hello, beautiful. Hey, it's chaos is okay. We can work in the middle of chaos, but are you driving? Oh,
I'm driving, but I'm hands-free.
Okay, cool. Okay, you're safe. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, I just want you to, you and I had we sat in some breakout sessions together. We had the opportunity to spend some time in VIP, shaking our tail feathers and visiting and just talking about things. I know that you were just very vulnerable and transparent with me, like, hey, Chas, I just have to get back in the trenches. I know what I can do. I have watched you and led with you for years now. And, I know your potential. And it's, there's no shame in the fact that people come, people go, and we kind of have to just regroup. And that's something that happens in this business. I think it happens in every business. And one of the things that I just noticed is that you were there and you literally were like, I need this. I loved the fact that one, you're not afraid to say I'm sorry. Somebody came up to you at the VIP event and you're like, oh, you're that girl. And I think somebody was trying to save a seat or something, and you're like, I have to have this seat. I need to be here. I need to be front and center. And so that is how, when we know what we need, we have to go get it. It is up to us. If it is to be, it's up to me. So I just want you to share a little bit about what this weekend meant for just the weekend itself, but what it meant for you for future, and just really looking forward into that, what is going to be next for you and your team.
Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Chanel Cooksey. I've been with this company for 5 years, since last March, or this past March that we just had. Mom of two, crazy life. As you can see, I'm literally driving because we're going on a trip to, I'm a surrogate, so I have babies for couples who aren't able to do that themselves, and I incorporate my Thrive business with that and the product. So yeah, we're driving this morning because we got to go do things for surrogacy, but I wanted to be on this live because I was asked to, and thank you guys for asking me to be on here, because I've gone to almost every palooza besides the one that we missed for COVID, unfortunately, and one other because of just, pregnancy and things. But I've tried to be at every single one, because I believe that every time you go into a Thrivepalooza, there is something that you're taking from that Thrivepalooza, whether it's about your team, you as a leader, something that just resonates with you when you walk out the door. And I have to say, after the last 5 years of being with this company, through the hard, the great, what I thought was impossible, I've taken something away from every palooza, but this one I needed to be there. And this is my first year ever. I purchased a VIP ticket, and when you look at those tickets and you're like, oh gosh, can I do that? Can I not? I invested that ticket in me and in my team, because I knew that going in, that VIP ticket had the things that I needed, just a little bit more than the average general ticket. So I purchased that VIP ticket, and I'm so glad that I did, because not only was I really up there front and center, and yeah, I did fight a girl over a seat because she was saving it, and I'm like, nope, I need this. I paid for this. I invested in me with that VIP ticket, and I invested that with my team, and I'm grabbing the seat. I'm right in front and center. It's mine. And then, yeah, she did apologize to me later on, like, oh, okay, yeah, we're here. We're all Thrivers. We're on that same vision. And so when I went into this Thrivepalooza and walking out of it, I feel like something changed in me as a leader. If you guys know my story, my upline left, a lot of craziness. And I feel like what Jason said to me was the future. We need to stop looking back at what things that have happened to us. We can't change them. We need to be moving forward. And, he said, or if you've ever heard Jason speak, the man talks to you. He knows what to say, and he really lights a fire underneath you. And I just felt like he was talking to me, saying, Chanel, stop looking in the past. You've been hurt. There's been good. There's been bad. But our past makes us who we are today, to want to grow and be better. I know for my kids, in the past, I wasn't always the best mom that I needed to be. But because of this business, because of these products, because of my team who trusted me in my yes, that I'm here for a reason. I've been home 5 years now with my kids, loving what I do through the good and the bad. And I spent time away from them to invest in me. Did I have all the means to do it money-wise? No, I didn't. But I found a way, because I needed to be in that room. I needed to be with Chaff. I needed to be with Steph and all these others. That VIP party, it was so great to meet all these higher ups that you look at and you're like, oh gosh, I can't talk to them. I'm just a little guy in a big pond. But you can. You absolutely can. They treat you just like they're your best friend. Okay, so and another thing that really, jumping on the Zoom today, Chelsea Cooper, Coop, she was driving yesterday and jumped on the corporate call, and she's just like, oh, I was asked to be there. I'm going to jump on this corporate call because something that I said could resonate with somebody just in that little part. So if you guys need to invest in that Thrivepalooza next year. If you weren't there this past time, as you saw, we got to have this giant opportunity to buy all these products just by being there. And even that and everything else in between, if you were watching, there's a fire in that room that you cannot find anywhere else. And you just take all these pieces away and they make you a better person, a better leader, better side sister. Just, you need to be there. So start putting that money away to invest in your next year, and you need to be in that room. Mark my words, I promise you, it will be worth it.
I love that. And you had the opportunity when we were at the VIP event. I didn't even get to see Jason Camp. Well, I saw him, I think, Thursday night, but you had the opportunity. I think you were sitting, just sitting at the table, and Amber was there, and Jason happened to walk up. And, you know, again, I will always say, this is just from my humble heart, that, you know, these people are all humans. Even our CEO, our corporate staff, we are all humans. Us leaders, we are going to fail you because we're human, right? But at the same time, it is very important that we know who we're partnered with, the people that we are attaching our name to, attaching our social spaces to. And so you had the opportunity. And so tell us a little bit about that experience.
So I actually met Jason for the first time when we went to, I think it was San Diego, and I was pregnant at the time with my third surrogate baby, because again, I know I've been a surrogate for quite some time, and I incorporate that into being a mom and a thriver. But I met Jason for the first time in San Diego at that time, and it was just kind of like let's take a picture. But when I was at the VIP party and I looked at Amber and I'm like, I really want to talk to him, but I'm kind of nervous because, you know, no matter where you're at, for me, I've been here for 5 years, and you think I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to walk up to him and he knows me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm nervous to talk to him. So I told Amber, I was like, I really want to get a picture with him and talk to him. And so Amber got me, you know, he was walking out the door with his wife, and she stopped and she's chit-chatting, and he looks at me and he goes, I know who you are. And I go, you do? Like, like, oh gosh, how does he know me? Like, does I get in trouble? Because I'm a wild one. I lead with being me unapologetically. And that's how I've always tried to run my businesses. I am me. You like it, take it or leave it, but that's who I am. And I've had some wild times, some good times that I'm like, oh, he knows me from like probably like bruised knees. That's what I'm known for, getting wild and stands for. But no, he just walked up to me and said, I know who you are. And I said, well, you do? And he goes, yeah. I was like, how do you know who I am? He said, from social media. He watches all of us thrivers. And if you think that he may not know who you are, he sees you. He sees your face. And if you are loving this product and talking about it and doing what you're supposed to do as a Thrive promoter and being you, and respecting that, he sees you. And it meant so much to me that he knew my face, because sometimes as you've been here for 5 years, you feel like, oh gosh, there's so many new people coming in, you know, I'm just another person in the giant pond of Thrive. But to have a CEO of such a big company, you know how big we are, look at you and say, I know you, that meant something to me. And to get a picture with him, and I got a picture with his wife. She was super awesome. And she looked at me, she goes, I would love to hear more about the Thrive stuff. I'm going to message you. You know, that was wonderful. And it really was a great way to kind of just go out of the weekend after everything. And it was wonderful.
I love that. Thank you so much for jumping on. I see Courtney popping up, and it's so funny because, you know, she's been to so many events, and there was one time where I don't remember what event it was at, and she literally was like, Jason came up and he's like, Courtney, and she's like, we're pretty much best friends now. Like, he knows my name. And so I guarantee you the next event, he's going to know your name because he's just so good at that, you know? And it does. I mean, when we talk to people, at different things, you know, it's very important that we get their name, and we're going to fail them, but there's something special about someone remembering your name. And it's just, you know, it's so exciting. So thank you for being on, and I'm excited. y'all are going to be seeing a lot more of her, because she should have never told me that she wants to do more things and show up. And because we're going to push her to that next level, because we know what you can do. So I'm just proud of you. So this girl, Siobhan's going to jump on, and you may not recognize her right side up, because you're probably used to seeing her upside down, because she is the girl that does the handstands in unique places all over the place. And, I just love Siobhan's energy. The last time that I got to be with them, they were in Florida at Steffi G's retreat, and she had her family with her. She had her littles with her. And I love that she makes this a part of her everyday life. But she's not only a thriver, but she's a friend. And I had to tell her I was sorry. She had sent me something encouraging, probably a year ago, and she's like, Chas, did you get my TikTok or whatever? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, next time, just like be like, Chas, I sent you something, because she encourages me. And that's what we need as leaders too. We don't ever arrive. We don't ever get to the point where we don't need to hear from our team. We never get to the point where we don't need to know that what we do matters. And so, Siobhan just really, not only for her team, her organization, she pours into us as leaders as well. And so she's a whole vibe. I love to be around her, and I can't wait to hear, her story, her experience. She's been to a lot of things, events. So, hey, Mama, are you on?
I'm here.
All right. Well, tell us what's on your heart.
Okay, so I messaged Amber yesterday when she asked me to be on this. I'm like, I don't know if I'm the right person for this Zoom, but I'm just going to speak what is on my heart, because I was not going to attend Palooza this year. I was kind of in my own pity party because none of my team members could make it. And on my dream board back there, my goal for this year was to have double the amount of team that I had from last year. But none of my team was able to go, and that's just fine. Next year, we will be one of the bigger teams there. But I decided, and my husband and I talked about this for a while, I decided that I needed to go for me, because as a leader, there's so many highs in this business, but also being a leader can be extremely exhausting. It can be mentally exhausting. And I said, you know what, I need this for me. So I needed to go and get my cup filled. And that's exactly what it did. For me, just being around the community made me realize so much. It made me realize that there's other people in this crazy business just like me. I'm not the only one out there shouting these products from the rooftop, that there is success here. And no matter if you're not even a 4K yet, or if you're a 200K or a 600K, everybody can see success here if your heart is in the right place. If you are confident in what you have and your passion, and you let that shine through, like, everybody can see success. And that's what I love about it, is I got to meet so many new people from our team that came from different walks of life. And I need all of that. I needed to see somebody who came from recovery. I needed to see somebody who's a 200K and successful. I needed pieces of it from everywhere, because everybody comes from a different place. And being a leader, it's not a do what I do, it's showing them how to be a leader. So I got to watch all of you guys be leaders, and that was what was so filling for me, just to watch how everybody else leads. I was all worried because I sent my team a video of me and Ashley shotgunning a seltzer. And then I was all worried in my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should not have done that. But me and Ashley needed that time to rebond, reconnect. She is my upline, and I love her and I adore her. And I am so very thankful for her. Yes. Because it brought this product into my life. So just getting those connections again, seeing where everybody came from, seeing that everybody has a passion for this product, and seeing Jason's freaking passion about our future. I'm going to tell you what, I have so many people ask me, like, what if Thrive stops? What if the business goes out of, goes bankrupt or whatever? But seeing him talk about the future of this company was so inspiring because I know I'm in the right place. It made me just really realize like I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. And this man is not stopping. He is looking into the future from not only a business perspective, but look at what this guy is about to roll out for new products. We had the head start on this colostrum, this new Amara viral colostrum. Like we had the head start on that. But let me tell you guys, if you guys aren't focusing on our colostrum beverage right now, you need to be, because there's a viral colostrum that's going wacky right now on TikTok. And our CEO, he jumped the gun on that. So we've had it, and ours is top grade, you know. So looking at him with the new hair growth and the minerals and his daily support, like I am so excited for the future of this company. And that's what really sat with me, is just the community, knowing that we are all in this together, making those connections, even just being around other leaders, get in rooms with people who inspire you, because I'm telling you, it fuels you up, man.
I love that. And I think that is so important. We have to understand that there's a balance. And Amber and I were standing in line. I don't remember what we were, I think we were going up at the end of the closing, and we looked around, and I will say, although it felt smaller, that room was packed. The room was packed. And what was exciting to me was there were so many people that were new. But I told Amber, I said, let's just props to us as a team. You guys, we have every year in 10 years that we've been an organization, we have every year had someone on that stage, whether it's for a GOAT award, whether it's for new millionaires, new 200Ks. They had people, 6-figure earners that got on there. I know that there was Rachel and Chanel, and they were like, oh, I'm 6 figures. They didn't even know. Heather messaged me. She's like, I'm 6 figures. Like people didn't even know that they've made 6 figures in this business. But I told Amber, I said, every year, whether it's been the biggest event or a smaller event, we've had somebody on that stage, and that speaks volumes for this team and this organization. And I think it's because of the culture that we create, and that culture can only be sustained when you do know what you need. I hope that I've always been a leader that says, hey, if you need to fill your cup, fill your cup. If you need to go learn, go learn. And that is something that there is nothing wrong with saying, hey, I'm here. My team's not here this time, but we're going to be there the next time. And for us as a team, what I have really, I pray for you guys, I pray for our business, and my heart is just saying we've got to get back in rooms, whether that's living rooms, that's meeting rooms, the things that we were doing before COVID. We've got to do it again. We can't keep saying it. That is what allowed us to grow. And I need you as leaders from the field to organize these things. If y'all know me, y'all know that I will come. I don't ever say get, 1 million people in the room. You get 10 or 15 people, I'm coming, because I know the impact of that one. So I am challenging you leaders to let's rally and let's find places that we can gather in living rooms, in sandwich shops, whatever we can do. Yes, Courtney, y'all have been so consistent. And, my thing is I want to come on Thursday night. I want to do something. I want to be able to have some time of, I love the retreat vibe, bonding, even if that's just a daytime of that, but then some training. I want to make it a 3-day thing where we can really get back to what we were doing in the beginning. And that's where the momentum and growth is going to happen. And so, Siobhan, I'm so glad you were there, and I'm so glad you and Ashley had that time. I mean, just seeing her back, after, having the baby and all the things, I know it was, filling for her to be there too. And there's never a dull moment when you're with Steffi G, literally. So I know everybody had just a great time, and it's exciting. It's exciting for what's to come. I know how you talked about how our colostrum, it's just like with our zinc. If y'all remember, before COVID even happened, we were talking about zinc. We were talking about zinc before they were even talking about it on the national news. And so that is something that I believe that we continue to keep our CEO, we keep our corporate team in prayer, and just say, hey, give them wisdom to know how to lead us and guide us. And that's exactly where we are. So thank you so much, Siobhan, for just just being amazing. And I'm glad your tank was full, and I know you're going to continue to love and lead your team, and I'm excited to see what's to come in our future. All right, Catherine, are you on?
I am. Let me pull over real quick.
Yes, y'all be safe out there. All right. Hey, Catherine.
Hello.
Well, hey, I just want to say thank you for saying yes, because, I know a lot of times these things are scary for people, but I will say that you cannot do anything great in that comfort zone. I believe in, be safe, use wisdom, but when we stretch and when we grow and we decide to take ourselves to that next place, that's when we really see the opportunity to have a conversation with someone in the grocery store, to have a conversation with somebody on a soccer field. So I want you to know that you saying yes to just getting on this Zoom is huge. So tell us a little bit about your experience and just whatever's on your heart.
Okay. I'm Captain Sierra. I'm from a small town in Nebraska, and my goal is to get as many Nebraskans on Thrive as possible. I started thriving 5 years ago. A little bit about my story was I was a traveling CNA, and me and my husband had broke up at the time. So I took me and the kids and we went to a different town, and I'm going to get emotional. So I got on Facebook and I'm like, I need friends. So I was looking for friends, but at the same time, I was looking for weight loss, and Rachel had reached out to me. Couldn't afford it. Couldn't afford the whole month's worth, but I bought the balance, and I never lost weight for 13 years, and I seen a difference in the first day. So, giving that said, I have been to Palooza 3 times, and I made a map, and every time I get ready to go to a Palooza, I color the state I'm going to. And I went through hell trying to get to this Palooza. My flights were canceled, my bags were lost, but I made it. I gained so much growth, and just happy that I made it, and I'm ready to rock my business. And I want to shout out Chanel for just sitting and pouring into us, and Rachel for always being there for me, and Steffi G for being my encouragement, because I'm going to be a millionaire one day.
Gosh. I love that. And I love that your heart is, your tears are flowing. And it's, that's another thing they talk about with us anti-MLMs. Hey, they're so, emotional, but you know what? I never cried in corporate America, except for when I wanted to pull my hair out. That's because you're making a difference. The ones that were with you, they made a difference pouring into you. And then that is going to be a ripple effect where you go pour into others. And so thank you for staying committed, not allowing, because it's going to happen. Life, we're not immune. Just because we're thrivers and we have energy and we're excited, we're not immune to luggage loss. We're not immune to canceled flights. We're not immune to life. But what it does is it allows us to show up to the hard life better. And I'm going to tell you, Katie Muntz said on her breakout session, she said, people don't leave where they're loved. And I can just feel the love that you felt from your leaders and the people that you were surrounded with, and just an amazing time. Is there anything that you would say to someone like going forward, like, okay, I don't know where, and my team's not huge, but what are some things that you can encourage them to do right now, prepping for Palooza, but some things that they can do at home, or some things that you're looking forward to doing at home to get Nebraska thriving and to make this happen to be even bigger for you by this time next year?
Just my resolution for the year was consistency, and you just have to keep going when life gets tough. Like 3 weeks before I went to Palooza, I was in a shooting. So just keep with it.
So I'm sure that Travis Mills, when he spoke, that probably you've been through a lot, seems like lately. And so, you know, when we look at Travis, and I will always say, don't you ever compare your hard to somebody else's hard. Your hard is your hard. And I think he even said that from the stage. Like he's standing there with no arms and legs, but he's still telling us that what we've gone through is hard. And, you know, I think that it just motivated me and taught me, like, look at everything that he's lost,
Yep.
yet look at what he's still doing, how he doesn't have physically arms and he's still reaching people. You know, I came home and I watched his documentary on Max, and it's phenomenal. It's just so cool to see what he's doing. He's taking that pain and creating a purpose. And for us here, we have the opportunity to take this vehicle that Lavelle has given us and take it and be able to use it for whatever we want, whatever good that we want to put in the world. So, Catherine, thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us in Palooza. I'm hoping I'm going to come to Nebraska. Isn't that like a Huskers thing, or like Huskies? Yeah, something. Okay. Now, I don't want to come when it's super snowy. Like, I want to come when it's not like crazy, because, you know, this Texas girl doesn't know, you know. So his name was Travis Mills, and he's got a documentary on HBO or HBO Max, and Hi, I'm Travis. And man, it's one you should watch with your whole family. It's just amazing. So thank you for being on. And Suzanne, are you on, girlfriend?
I'm here.
All right. Hello.
Hi.
Are you nervous?
Do what?
Are you nervous?
Very much so.
Okay, take a breather. Just breathe in and relax. You got this. You got this. Tell us a little bit about your weekend.
Okay. My weekend was just phenomenal. My name is Suzanne Haygood. I am from a small town in Red Bay, Alabama, and I grew up with a lot of childhood drama. And I've been in and out of abusive relationships, and I went into being an addict in my early 20s. And my mother pushed me away. She disowned me because of who my daddy was and stuff. And when I joined 5 years ago, I was in a dark place. I was depressed. I didn't want to do nothing but sleep all the time. I didn't want to take care of myself. I didn't want to be around nobody, just sleep. And I wound up, I had to leave my ex-husband, my baby daddy, because he got us busted for drugs. I lost my child when she was 15 months old. I wasn't even supposed to have a kid because of my kidney problem when I was born. Well, she has turned on me because my ex-father-in-law has temporary custody of her. He denies me to even see her. She doesn't even talk to me. They have her brainwashed about me. I have been clean for 8 years, be August the 17th. I have met an amazing man.
Can we celebrate that? Because can we just celebrate that? Because once in recovery, always in recovery. We know that is a daily battle. And so I'm proud of you for that and for making that decision for yourself. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I had no choice but to walk away and leave her. But my whole life until I got with Thrive with you guys, I'd never heard of loving myself ever. I didn't know anything about it. And my upline, Rebecca Johnson, was like, what do you mean? You don't know about this? I'd never heard it before. And over the last 5 years, I have grown so much mentally and emotionally. I have finally got to hear the words from my mom. She's proud of me 2 months ago. And she said that I looked so much better now than I ever have. I'll be 49 this year, and I feel like I'm in my 20s still. So I'm just trying to gain the respect back from my mom and have the mother-daughter bond with her that I never had growing up. And I'm going to work on the relationship with me and my daughter. She's 13. She'll be 14 in August. And if it was not for me being on Thrive, this with me and my daughter, I don't think I could handle life. I really couldn't. And the last 4 years, I have wanted to go to the Palooza, and I never could afford it. Didn't have a vehicle to where I could go either. And one year, Amanda Savage had helped sell trials for me to be able to go to buy my ticket. The weekend before, our house was broke into, and they took everything we had. So everybody just told me, no, don't go. Just wait, because you're going to be worried the whole time you're gone. You're not going to have fun. So I told my husband last year, I'm determined to go to the next one. Me and him both worked our butts off to get the money to go. And as soon as they went on sale, I got the tickets. And you were the main person that I wanted to meet. And Courtney Glaser, because Courtney's a recovering addict as well. And I have known her for so long. And just seeing you and you talking to me like you did, it was like you were looking into my soul. I mean, I just felt every bit of it. And you all made me feel a part of something big. And I've never felt that with anything, ever. And you made me feel welcomed, loved on me and stuff. And I mean, I've never felt anything like this before in my life. And y'all, you guys were all just phenomenal. And I mean, I just can't thank you enough. My cup is still overflowing.
I love it.
But when we were in the thing with Maria and Courtney Glaser that Saturday, it has stuck with me ever since. Courtney looked at Maria and she said, you know what? She said, I told you one day I was going to make it on the stage. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but I was going to make it. That has stuck with me because I'm going to make it. I don't have much of a team. I struggle with posting. I suck with wording. Thank God for Shannon. She helps me a whole lot. And my thing is breaking out of my comfort zone. I get nervous, as you can see. But just the way you guys all were, I just really feel welcomed. And I absolutely just feel so good about myself. And I've never loved myself as much as I do now, mentally and, just in every way. Because like I said, Thrive found me when I was in a very dark place because I didn't want to live anymore. And, me losing my daughter, it's hard. It's still hard daily, but I'm doing it.
I love
and I'm
that.
going to gain my, do what?
I said, I love that. It's Thrive helps us to do the hard parts of life just a little bit, with a little bit more energy, with a little more grace, with a little more ability. And so it's just one day at a time, one day at a time.
Yes, ma'am. And going down there, I wasn't driving it. Rhonda had to drive me, my best friend. She's my promoter. She had to drive me, and I was terrified all the way to New Orleans because of the car. I was so scared of the car. But I know God wanted me to be there for this purpose. I was supposed to be there because we didn't have a bit of problem going down there at all. And I come back, and I'm excited. And like Jason and them said, look for the future forward. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue working on myself and my family. And I'm going to be on that stage one day.
Suzanne, you got a little pin in your little bag, right? And one of the reasons that I put that pin in there is because I put on there, I want y'all to keep writing your story and holding that pin. And I love that you're rewriting your story. We all have a past, but the part of the thing that empowers me and excites me is that we also have potential in our future. And, the stage, I can't wait to see you walk across that stage, whatever recognition or accolade that is, but more so, I can't wait till you're on a Zoom and you're saying, I have my daughter beside me. I'm taking a trip, or I'm paying for my mom and a mom daughter, trip. Those are the things that are going to make such a big difference. And that's why this vehicle is so important. And so, I just want to challenge you as you continue to share just like you're sharing. Don't feel like you have to know the right words. You have to know the right. You just continue to share from your heart, and that's what people are going to see. Now, I do want to give you another challenge. Now, you said you struggle with posting and you struggle with wording. I want you to message me. Let's work together. Let's do a Zoom, specifically for wording and content. And we'll do that, and we'll do it entry level. So if you guys are like smashing it on social media, you may not need to be on this. But let's do one for like a beginners, and I'll let you help me lead that. And yes, look, you've already got a committee. There you go. You've already got a committee, so you can put us in a
need
three.
all the help I can get.
Hey, and I'll tell you, when you stop growing that and learning, that's when you stop growing. And so I am going to give you that challenge so that you can lead our little social media. We'll come up with something cute, and let's do this together. Let's do it. Let's get it planned in the next week, and let's rock and roll. And I want you to know that you belong here, and that I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you've done. You belong smack dab in the middle of all of this. And you're loved, you're needed. And
I truly feel
I love
truly
it.
feel that now. And a long time ago, I thought, no, there's no way. I mean, I get judged. I get judged today because I'm a recovering addict. And I mean, I just didn't ever think I would belong with you guys, but y'all really have made me feel very welcomed. And you didn't judge me. You accepted me the way I am.
I love that our stories are so unique. Like I always talk about our fingerprint. Our fingerprint is unique. It's unique to us, right? And so is your story. And, as Travis stood up there and he talked about losing limbs and parts of his body, you've lost a lot in your life. And so choosing to make us, we're not family of origin, but we're family of choice. And so deciding to make that decision of like, I'm going to let people in. I'm going to take down some of those walls and let people in. And I'm not saying that we have anything better than anybody else, but we have done so much of this self-development work. It was something so little as we were at the event on Thursday night, and Starla had this white dress on and I had a red drink. And literally, she bumped into me, and I've learned this from etiquette classes I've done. And literally, I did the drink towards me. It's just something you learn, like, hey, if something, you're in a social gathering, do the drink towards you so you don't spill it on somebody else. And, she had this white dress on, and I told her, I said, this is just some little tip that I learned in some type of self-development, something for such a time as this. We do this self-development so that we can learn to walk through the hard, so that we can learn how to ask for help, so that when our businesses take those ups and downs, that we can say, okay, what do I do now that I'm in kind of a lull? What is it that I need to be doing to prepare to go up onto that next peak? And so this social space that we're in that has so much self-development. I mean, this is self-development full-time with a compensation plan. And I work with some girls in recovery every Monday night, and the girls that have never done self-development, it blows my mind. And so we're teaching them how to love themselves, let's dig up the root, because if you are somebody that is been rejected and you have, you don't know how to belong, you will struggle in this business, because the second that someone tells you no, you're going to take it personal. And you're going to start unpacking all of the things of the past, all of the things that you've brought with you into this business. If you're seeking to, you just want that approval of, a mom or a parent, you're going to struggle getting the approval from leaders and things like that. So this is just a great space to create habits and scenarios that are going to help you throughout your life. And how cool is it going to be when that reconciliation story happens with you and your daughter, and you're going to be able to say, you're going to teach her how to love herself, how to self-care and do all of those things. So I'm just so proud of you. And I know that our Zoom is going to be great because you're going to help me lead it. And we're going to show up and do the dang thing. And so I want to challenge you to prospect up the same girls that you said that you felt comfortable in. Don't forget to prospect girls and women that understand you, but also prospect up. Prospect someone that you think, wow, she's got it all together. I might feel intimidated around her, or she doesn't need Thrive. That's who you need to talk to. That is the person that you need to say, hey, if you need a little more energy, if you need a little, extra time in your day, I have something that I can connect you with one of my friends, and you throw us in a 3-way chat. Let's do this thing. And again, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for saying yes. And thank you for, investing in yourself this weekend. So thank you so much. All right. Well, wow. If your tank is not full, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, because that was just amazing. It just, again, was so many different things. You're going to see Zooms probably happening for the next, I don't know how many weeks, because we're going to just continue to highlight people that are just still excited. As all along with the energy in the room, there is also, excuse me, a residual of continuing to talk about what we've learned. And my highest usage is one-on-one. And I loved that, Suzanne said, here's an area that I'm struggling with, because that's something that we have resources. We have people on this team, and I loved how they're just like, hey, I want to, I want to help. I want to show up. And so that was one of the things that, during the conference, Amber and I are literally just like bam, 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 like thinking of ways we can create new things for our team. And I was like, we need committees. And she's like, we have it. I mean, she's talking about Tiffany, how Tiffany is like she puts these, she can take anything and make it a graphic and stars so good. I mean, like, all of y'all are so talented, and we've just got to start saying, hey, we need your help, and we can't do this. We can't continue to lead a multi-million-dollar organization and try to just go, what do we do? We need you to stand up and go, hey, here's what I need, and here's what I'm good at. And that's what we're going to continue to create. And so, Amber, I don't know if you're on, if you had anything, I wanted to allow you to just a couple of seconds if you wanted to.
Yes. Okay. So a couple things. One, we're doing these pop-up Zooms featuring people back from Palooza. I think I've got 3 more scheduled this week. So here's what I need. I need people that went to the breakout sessions, and something in there, whether it's Charles Clark or Make Sales Great Again, or Jared Bean, or any of those, even the, promoter driven breakout sessions. If you're like, oh my gosh, this is things that stood out to you and you were in those sessions, send me a message on Facebook, because we need to get that information out as well. Because there was so much good training that day between the headliners and I think our promoters were the headliners, really.
Yeah. And I want to, interject that there were some that I had to miss because I was, we had other things going. So I am really excited to hear some recaps on that.
I'm kind of selfishly doing this for my benefit, because I was in some, but not able to be in all, right? Okay. Next is the State of Lavelle tonight. That the email went out a little while before this Zoom. State of Lavelle, massive announcement after the fact. My guess is that because the Instagram Lavelle had said this launch date for Thrive Pro would be today. So my guess is the call, and then that'll launch after that call. So get on the call, spread the news. Do not message us, when's it launching? Get on the call. What else? Is there anything else? Palooza.
Sue just she said she wanted, I know we have just a few minutes. I think she can unmute herself.
Yes. She should be able to. Wait, oh, no, not Suzanne. Okay, hold on. Sue, where are you at? Give me a second. Stu Villalobos or DeRosa? Oh, she's saying she'll message me about the
Oh,
breakout.
I was about to put her
Okay.
on full blast. Okay. All right.
Okay. She's like, no. Okay, somebody said they got 2 different times. My email says 7:30. Last night, we had heard 7, so maybe you heard that from me last night. Sorry. So yeah, 7:30 tonight is what my email says. If we get a different email, then go with whatever the latest email says. But get on the call. Y'all get on the call, get on these Zooms. And when you leave these Zooms, take action, right? I know Chastity is very big about that as well. Like, don't just train. You have to take action. You have to go implement something, put something into action and into results. Was it Margie that said on the main stage, you're not doing the dang thing if you're just posting about the dang thing, or if you're just thinking about posting, or you're thinking about your next step. You have to actually do the dang thing. So I will leave it at that. Chas, you have anything with that?
I think we have to just remember, I mean, it was said several times that, when we started 10 years ago, we could post and everybody wanted Thrive. That's not the scenario anymore. People have tried Thrive. They are doing things, they've gone and they've cut. So it has to be very intentional. You have to have those conversations with people. You have to listen to what they're saying. You have to work this as a business. And I keep saying, I've been saying it the last month, it's not time freedom, because I still have to work. I still had to schedule my day around the Zooms this morning. Like, I still have to work, but it's location freedom. I did one call from the, working out. I'm going to do one from loading up some bricks. Like, it's location freedom. But the thing to understand is that it still is work. And right now we're tapping into a new market, the pro line, where, we're going to be talking to people that are going to be intimidating. So we're going to be talking to people that they're not the ones we're having to drag to go for a walk. They're not the ones that we're going to have to say, hey, you got to eat better. You can't outwork your fork. They're going to be the ones that they know what they're putting in their body. They're investing already. And so we've got to come to the table with confidence. And so as you're getting these Zooms and information from corporate, don't get analysis paralysis with all the stuff. Get good at connecting. I'm going to, throw us in the chats with your leadership. Make sure there's 2, 3, 4 of us in there, so that if one's unavailable, the next one can be in there, and let's learn together and grow. But the only way we're going to grow is if we're getting more experiences, more stories, more first time Thrivers. All of that is what's going to grow us. Yes, our paychecks are going to grow, but if we will focus on the stories and the experiences, all the other things, the income is going to show up. So thank y'all for being on. Definitely, we're going to post the recording. We will also screen grab all of the comments, and we will select a winner for this one, and we'll definitely do another, because I've got a whole nother set that we'll give away. But thank y'all for investing in yourself. Now remember, if you got on this Zoom for an hour, you invested your hour, but you're not going to see an ROI, return on your investment, unless you go out and implement it. So something from today, whether you share this live, you do so, go get a return on your investment, and that is by putting what you learned here into play. So thank you, Amber, and we'll see you guys tonight on our corporate call, and we'll see you next week, same time, same space.